And what do you think like is the biggest difference between United States and Taiwan?
Biggest difference. I think Taiwan doesn't get into so many political fights as the U.S. does between themselves, because like I feel like everyone you talk to in the U.S. has like something to say, something to fight about, and so it's a little more low key here.
嗨，大家好，我是欧亚丽。然后今天的影片我会去找我的一个美国的朋友 Catherine， 然后请他分享一下他住在台湾的经验。因为他已经住在台湾1年多了，然后就很好奇呢，他怎么决定来到台湾的？然后他有哪些台湾的食物喜欢，哪些台湾的食物他不喜欢的？然后他觉得住在台湾目前就是过得开心还是不开心等等的。所以我们等下请他分享一下。然后你们也不要忘记订阅我这个频道。那我们下次再开始。
Hi, my name's Catherine. I've been here for almost 2 years, and I'm from America. I really love Taiwan, and it's nice to get to meet you.
Okay, so for the first question I want to ask you, like, how did you know about Taiwan at the beginning?
I had a really good friend who came here and fell in love with it, and he told me all about it. So yeah, it was really nice.
Okay. So, and then like, how did you decide to move here?
Well, he texted me one day, and then a week later, I was here.
Oh, really? That easy?
Very spontaneous.
Okay. And like when you just came here, like did you go somewhere to travel or not?
I have been so far to Taroko and Kenting and Kaohsiung.
Okay. And
those are the three places I traveled.
And which place did you like the most from those three?
I really liked Taroko.
Taroko.
Very beautiful, very similar to where I'm from, Montana, with the mountains. It was very beautiful.
Okay. And did you go around like to other Taiwanese mountains, because like it's really famous for Taiwanese mountains?
I've
Taiwan.
been to a few. I just don't really remember the names.
Okay.
But yes, I've been to quite a few mountains. And they're all very beautiful, very green. I really like that.
Okay. And when you just came to Taiwan, like what was your first impression?
My first impression was that it was very different from anywhere else I've been, because I feel like I've always been to like sort of European-centric styled countries. Even Brazil has a very like sort of Western feel to it, and this was just very different. It's a very different culture, and it was so fun to see. Yeah.
Okay. Do you speak Chinese language?
I do not. I've been trying to learn, but it's very difficult.
So,
I know very few words. 一点点.
Okay. So what do you know in Chinese?
This is gonna be embarrassing. So like nothing. Like 你好,谢谢. Things like that. 你不懂. I know how to say turn right and turn left for taxi reasons.
And what do you think about Chinese language?
I think it's really interesting, and I think it's also very difficult. So I feel like if you start with already having learned Chinese, I feel like it's only downhill from there, you know? Everything else is like easier. So you already started at the highest level. So, yeah.
Have you tried like Taiwanese food?
I've tried some. I've done a few different restaurants people have introduced me to, and I really liked it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
what kind of Taiwanese food do you like so far?
So far, I really like the scallion pancakes, onion pancakes, delicious, best snack ever. America needs to get on board with those. But after that, just like regular traditional Taiwanese dishes are always really nice. Anything with like noodles and sauce and Taiwanese like dumplings or all of those I really like.
Okay. And do you think like American breakfast and Taiwanese breakfast kind of similar or not?
Not at all.
Okay, so what do you eat in the States for breakfast?
In the States, you just eat a lot of unhealthy stuff. So like a lot of like greasy eggs and bacon and some like hash browns. Like even for the people who live in the U.S., it's a little much.
Okay.
It's quite a lot.
What Taiwanese food you don't like so far? Like the one you tried, I think it's like...
I don't really like sweet foods that in my mind are supposed to be savory. So like whenever I'll eat like a sweet sort of like noodle dish, I don't really like it, or yeah, something like that.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't really enjoy.
Because you've been here like in Taiwan for a bit more than 1 year, right? And what about Taiwan do you like so far?
I really like how everything is accessible here. Convenience stores are really close by, and also the fact that I see a lot of people like walking and riding their bikes, and not so much like high speed like cars.
Oh really? You don't think it's high speed?
There are, but there's also a lot of places I feel like that people choose to ride their bikes when they could use a car.
Okay.
And I really like that. It's soothing.
Have you tried U-bike?
I have. I really like the U-bike system. I think that's great. I'm from a small city, so we have nothing like that. I think it's just great. Yeah, I really like it.
But like in states, like how people usually drive, right?
Yeah, driving.
Okay. And do you have like subways in some like New York?
Some big cities. Yeah, but I would say this subway is much cleaner, much more efficient, just better overall.
Okay. What about Taiwan you don't like so far?
Something I don't like.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes people here can be a bit like not super accustomed to seeing a foreigner, you know? Sometimes I'll be walking by and somebody will like watch me. I'll be like, oh hi, I see you. That's great. Yeah.
But I don't like that.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a very small percentage of people. So otherwise, I really enjoyed it.
I mean, like they're just kind of like, well, I think
they're
like
not used to it.
Yeah, they're not used to it, so it's kind of like cool for them to see.
Yeah.
I don't think like there's negative.
I'm not used to it either. You know, I'm like.
Okay. You just kind of feel awkward when they're doing it, right? And what do you think like is the biggest difference between United States and Taiwan?
Biggest difference. I think Taiwan doesn't get into so many political fights as the U.S. does between themselves, because like I feel like everyone you talk to in the U.S. has like something to say, something to fight about, and so it's a little more low key here, and also how safe it is. It's super safe here, and I really like being able to walk home alone at night if I want to. I don't feel like I'm gonna get killed, so that's always nice.
Okay. And what is your best memory here in Taiwan? Like, do you have one?
Yeah, me and my friends went on a hike, and we went up to this like little waterfall, and we had to like climb on these rocks to get there. It was a whole adventure. We spent the whole day there, and the water was beautiful, the sun was warm, so that's probably my favorite.
So you really love like hiking and this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, because where I'm from, that's the only thing we really have to do. There's no big city fun thing, so we always are just outside. So I've gotten used to it now. So
Okay. And what do you think about Taiwanese 7-Eleven? Because I know like you also have it in States, right? So
yeah,
how does
not in my city, but yes, in the bigger cities they do, but nowhere near as many. Like you'll find a 7-Eleven, and then after like a 5-10 minute drive, you'll maybe see another convenience store or a gas station. But here it's like a 10-second walk. We'll find another 7-Eleven or Family Mart or PX Mart or something.
And how about like Costco? Like, is it also different to states or not?
Actually, I was really surprised when I went into the Costco here because it was exactly the same as mine. Like the way everything was built, the place, it was exactly the same. So I was pretty surprised by that.
Okay. While you've been living here in Taiwan, did you face any difficulties as a foreigner?
Honestly, I feel like I haven't seen that many, no. I feel like everyone has been really nice to me, sometimes too nice. They're like, oh, you don't know what you're doing here, let me help you, let me get everything done for you, and I'm like, whoa, thanks so much. It's so nice, and yeah, everyone's been very accommodating.
Okay, that's good. And like, even like the fact that you don't speak Chinese, it doesn't kind of like makes any difficulties for you, right?
No, I feel like people always try really hard to understand me when I try to use Google Translate or speak very, very bad, broken Chinese. So they'll do their best.
Okay.
Or a lot of them speak English as well, so it's been like
Okay. And do you think like Taiwan changed you like in any way or not?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a lot more understanding of other cultures now. because I'd only ever been places with I feel like similar cultures, and I never really got quite so much of like a shock of like, wow, this is really different from what I'm used to. And I feel like I did get that here, so I just have, I think, a better understanding of like other people.
Okay. And like, how long are you planning to stay here in Taiwan?
That is a good question. I guess until I am not enjoying it as much, or when I miss my family too much, maybe I'll go back. Yeah, but for now, I really like it.
Okay. What do you think like other countries can learn from Taiwan?
I think a lot of the safety regulations Taiwan has in place, so I think Taiwan really had a good grip of like, this is what we need to do, this is what we're going to tell our people to do, and well, now we're here out in the open with no masks.
Okay, that's nice. Let's think like about like kind of like your dream country, perfect country. Can you like describe your perfect country? What it should have, like what it shouldn't have, like kind of like just in general?
I would actually say this is pretty ideal so far. I've really enjoyed Taiwan as far as that goes. I'd say maybe a little less urban. There's a lot of big streets here everywhere, a lot of noise pollution, and like I said, I'm from a smaller city, so I find that a lot more calming and peaceful. Taiwan sometimes stresses me out, especially Taipei, how big it is. But yeah, just so far, I say this is pretty close.
Yeah, maybe like for you should kind of like try to live in Ilan or like in Hainan. Like, it's kind of like the smaller city.
Yeah,
like
if I get better at Chinese, I think I will do that. Because here I already have sort of like a group of friends that I can rely on. And there I'd have to make a whole new one.
Oh yeah.
I don't speak Chinese, so it stresses me out.
Well, last question, let me ask you, like, if you have a chance, like, what would you change about Taiwan?
I think it has some more conservative views at times. Some of the people, I've talked to people who aren't quite as on board with some of the things I am as far as just human rights. But other than that, I'd say Taiwan's doing pretty good for itself. Okay, yeah, that's it for today's video. Like, thank you very much for sharing, and let's say bye-bye together. Alright.
好，那么下次见，拜拜。